Hi, I'm Elsie.
Hi, I'm Melly, and we're the Fangirl Diaries. Today we have a special guest on our second podcast, Aurora.
Hi guys, thank you so much for having me. My
Welcome.
name's Aurora Rodriguez. I'm actually the editor of Where South Florida magazine, and I am a big fangirl, which is why I'm so honored and excited that you guys invited me today. Thank you so much for having me.
And we love having you here. We can't wait to collaborate with you. Aurora is our expert on all things My Little Pony, so we'll be talking about that a little bit later. But first, we want to start with our fandom drink. We had a little snafu earlier with our original plan for our My Little Pony cocktail. Pinterest can be deceiving, but we recovered nicely.
We salvaged.
So we made some colorful cocktails in honor of all the ponies. We made a red, an orange, and a purple martini. The red, go ahead, Elsie, you could explain your red cocktail.
It's cranberry juice and Tito's vodka.
And my orange drink is Sprite and vodka.
My purple drink actually has some grape vodka, and it has some Gatorade, purple Gatorade. I know it sounds odd, but it tastes amazing.
It's really good. And what we did is we just added some food coloring to make the colors pop a little bit more. So that's how you can come across with some pretty awesome pony cocktails that match all our fun little ponies and their colorful hair if they stand up straight.
And it tastes delicious.
Yeah.
Cheers,
Cheers,
girls. Cheers,
girls.
ladies.
Very careful cheers around the mics.
Cheers.
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 Yummy. All right. So, girls, today we're going to start, as usual, with our coming soon, which are all the trailers that we have seen lately. We're going to start with Guardians of the Galaxy, which is going to be, I think, like the biggest summer movie.
I agree.
Yeah.
And can we say hello, Nine Inch Nails in the background?
Yes, that was good. I
was
caught
so
that.
excited.
I am a big Nine Inch Nails fan, and that was amazing.
Yes.
Yeah, Elsie
So
is
happy
our
about
resident Nin fan.
Obsessed.
Yeah, so it's going to be really big. It's part of the Marvel Universe. And like we said in our previous podcast, it was kind of teased at the end of Thor 2.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We got the glimpse of the Collector.
Right.
And now we actually got another glimpse of him in the trailer.
Right.
So there'll be more on that.
And the cast looks awesome. I'm a huge fan of Karen Gillan because she was in Doctor Who. She was my favorite companion ever, Amy Pond. So she looks amazing. She shaved her head for the role.
Wow. That's commitment.
That is true commitment. I personally love that she like ripped off a wig to show that she had shaved off her head at Comic-Con last year. So she looks great. Lee Pace is going to be in it. He hasn't been shown in any of the trailers yet. He's the main baddie.
I love him.
He's Ronan, main villain, and Karen Gillan is like his lackey, his little sidekick. So she's a bad girl too. That should be really fun. But yeah, I'm excited for it.
I am too. Rocket looks lethal and cute, but
Oh my God.
mostly lethal. I know it's going to be really action-packed.
I was excited about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be really action-packed, and it looks like really good CGI, and I think the plot's going to fit really well into the whole Marvel universe, and things are going to tie up together, and it's just one more. Marvel is kicking it.
Yeah, they're doing a really good job. I love Groot. I think he's so cute. He looks like a huge puppy dog. And I love that he's being voiced by Vin Diesel. To me, I mean, it is perfect, but he looks so cute and fluffy, even though he's neither of those things. But thinking that it's Vin Diesel voicing him makes me laugh. But yeah, excited for that one. Jupiter Ascending
It
is
looks beautiful.
Yeah, it looks like
It looks graphically gorgeous.
Yeah.
That's the one thing when I watch the trailer, it's just so overwhelmingly gorgeous.
Yeah.
And I feel like the acting is going to be really strong on this one.
Well, that's what caught me by surprise because I'm not a fan of Channing Tatum. And I don't think of him in a serious role at all. I think he's just one of those eye candies, and you don't really
take your shirt off, do it up.
Yeah.
Right. But in this one, in the trailers alone, I was really surprised at how good he seems. Like the role fits him, and I'm looking forward to seeing this. I like the chemistry between him and Mila, and I'm excited. It looks beautiful too, like that scene where she's just going in and she's got that really beautiful dress, and it just reminded me a lot of like Star Wars galaxy scenes, and it looks fantastic. I'm excited. Visual visual stimulation galore.
And it's no surprise because it's from the same creators of the Matrix trilogy.
Of course.
Wow.
So, the siblings, yes.
Yeah. So we're looking forward to that because it's going to be amazing. What I personally liked about Channing Tatum's character is that apparently has both wolf and human DNA.
Ooh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So it sounds pretty cool. He's like a genetically engineered hunter. Ex-military hunter. So it has a cool storyline. It's something new, which I feel like we're lacking in.
I'm excited to see it.
Yeah.
And hello, cameo by Ned Stark.
Yeah,
I know. I was like, double take.
I know. Amazing. Love you, Sean Bean. And then we have Planet of the Apes, or Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, our new chapter in the story.
I really loved the reboot that came out with James Franco. I'm not a fan of Planet of the Apes, like the whole storyline. And I saw this one later, not when it came out. I saw it on Blu-ray at home, and I was surprised at how much I loved it. It was so well written, and the animation with the ape is really well done. It's beautiful. Yeah. And that's what really took me, and watching this trailer, when they zoom in on Caesar's face and on like his eyes and his expression, it's so intense and it's so like battle ready. I was like, oh, this is gonna be good. Yeah, so good.
Yeah,
so I'm happy.
It looks good. I mean, the trailer doesn't give away too much. They haven't really leaked too much.
Right.
I know people were even questioning whether that was a real trailer for a while.
Well, all you need to know is Gary Oldman's in it,
and
that seals it for me. So
seriously,
that's it.
Then we have Sin City, which looks freaking amazing.
It took a while.
Yeah, it did take a while.
I was excited to see a new Sin City.
10 years?
No, I don't think it was
about
10.
8.
Yeah?
About 8 years.
Yeah, didn't it come out in 05?
It did.
Something like that.
So around 05.
That's crazy. I didn't know it was so long ago. Yep. Doesn't feel, God, getting old. Time is flying by. But it's like stylistically perfect. It always was. I mean, the original Sin City was beautiful.
Yeah. And you can't complain with Frank Miller's art style, his story lines. No. It's just that Noir-esque thing. I love that style, and it's beautiful. The color bleeds with the black and white. It's beautiful.
It's a work of art. Mm-hmm. I know all movies are, but this is especially, I feel like
it looks like you're watching a nice, stylish comic book. And I think that's what they're going after. They really want you to get involved with the storyline.
And they succeed. I really melt into their world, and I love it. Yeah. And I'm so excited to see Joseph Gordon-Levitt. I love him in everything.
Oh my God, he's the best.
Looks like he's going to bring it.
Yeah. And Jessica Alba actually doesn't bother me in these movies. She really does.
Exactly, agreed.
I'm distracted by her body in the movies.
Exactly.
I'm like, wow.
Exactly. And after the baby now, I just want to punch her in the face. how she looks so perfect is beyond me. But you go, girl.
Seriously.
And finally was the biggest trailer probably of the week, was Gone Girl. We finally got a trailer for the movie. Extremely popular book. I just finished reading it yesterday.
I'm in the middle, so
no spoilers. No spoilers. No spoilers will be leaked. But just know it's a lot of twists and turns, a lot of oh my God moments. A
lot of mind fucking.
Yeah, a lot of mind fucking. That is the name of the game in this book. And David Fincher is directing this one.
Can't go wrong.
No, he's my absolute favorite director. So I'm so happy that such a great book is getting his treatment, because it reads all over the trailer. Like the tones, the color tones, the way he paces the trailer, it's all a big tease. You could basically say that nothing is really revealed. No. Like, I don't even think you would really even know what happened aside from a man's wife went missing.
Right. And he made me actually like Ben Affleck for those couple seconds. So, and that's huge, because
that's
I
big
do not
for me
like
too.
him very much.
Yeah. I think he would make a really, really good Nick Dunn, though.
Yes.
He plays the
and unfortunately, I already had that preconceived notion when I started reading the book, so he's
me
already
too.
Nick Dunn
he's
in
my
head.
Nick. Yeah, as I was reading, he was Nick.
I'm surprisingly okay with it.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. No, I think he's going to do a really, really good job, and I like the way the trailer kind of mirrored the book in the way that it told the short, itty-bitty part of the story the trailer told was the same way as the book was told, which was in these flashbacks from diary entries. Right. So we got like little flashes in the trailer too of their relationship together, their tumultuous relationship together. So I'm very excited. I'm most excited for the title sequence, because I don't know if you girls know that all Fincher movies have like really intense title sequences.
Oh, yeah.
Like Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, Fight Club, which is my personal favorite. They're all really stylistically beautiful. I think that the one for Girl with the Dragon Tattoo got leaked like right after because people are so into them. They're like, look at the way this movie starts.
It was great.
It sets a tone, and he does such a good job. So I wonder what the title sequence will be for Gone Girl.
Maybe it was that clip at the end where you see her in the water.
Yeah,
maybe it has
floating.
something to do with that.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I'm trying, since it's spoiler free, I can't really write it. Like maybe it's
Tell me.
Oh my gosh, maybe it's the Amazing Amy books. Maybe he'll do something with that, like
Maybe.
Show her as her
as a child, adolescent, adult.
Exactly.
That'd
so
be cool.
That would be cool, but who knows what he's gonna do? I'm looking forward to it. So those are about all the really hot and happening trailers at the moment. We're gonna move on to our TV shows, which My Little Pony is at the forefront today, as if you couldn't tell with our setup
with
here.
all the toys
and our shirts and all the colors.
They're
so
pretty.
Miss Aurora has been a huge fan of My Little Pony, I think, since I met her.
Yes.
Huge
So fan.
She's going to take over and just give us a little background of the show and what it means to her and what it means to, at this point, all of pop culture.
Pretty much. So I've been loving My Little Pony since I was a little girl. I mean, I had the first generation ponies, which I think we all saw, and we all at least owned one back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
And then when these came out, I was so curious to see what was the whole point of them. I was like, they're so colorful, they're so beautiful. I want to watch the show. So I started watching the show because my husband urged me to. Actually, that's how it started. He's like, you are going to love this. This is something right up your alley. And he was right. Every pony has a different personality. They all fit different parts of, I feel, everyone's personality. There's Pinkie Pie. She's the party planner, which is my favorite. She is just so upbeat and fun. And she just sees the best in everybody and just wants to cheer everybody up. That's Pinkie Pie. Then there's Twilight Sparkle. She's, like us. She's kind of like a bookish, like a fangirl.
Yeah, she's a little nerdy girl.
She's a little nerdy girl, and she just knows everything, and we love her for that. We have Rarity. She's, the show-off, the princess. She loves her diamonds and just loves looking gorgeous all the time. So Rarity, I feel like there's a little bit of Rarity in every girl, but she just takes it to that other level.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Applejack is the good country girl. She likes her apples and she just likes to be out there with her friends, and she's just very much a country girl. We also have, who am I missing? I'm missing my girls here.
Rainbow Dash.
Oh, Rainbow Dash. That is amazing. I mean, she is a tomboy. Yeah. But she is also, she has a great heart, and she is fast. Like, she will fly all around the, Equestria, and it's hard to catch her.
She's full of life. I love her.
She is full of life.
She's your favorite, right?
Yeah, I really like her.
And her colors. Like, you see her, and she has all these colors in her mane, and it's just, she just cheers you up.
And she reminds me of my favorites when I was growing up, because I really, really liked Pegasi. We've never really come to terms as to what the plural of Pegasus is. Is it Pegasus?
Yes, well,
No,
there is,
Pegasi.
if you,
Pegasi.
And another thing with pop culture, there's guys that love the ponies, and they call them bronies. And
I love me the
brony. And I love me the bronies. They are amazing. They really support the fandom. And if you are a My Little Pony fan, a lot of people have come up to me and they've been like, are you a brony? I'm like, no, I'm a Pegasister. That's what they're known as. Pretty much, if you love your ponies and you're a grown woman, you're a Pegasisters.
Now I know.
And
we're Pegasisters.
You guys are totally Pegasisters. And one great thing about My Little Pony, too, is that they have a lot of fun secondary characters.
They do.
They have Pawn 3, which is the DJ.
Right. Dr. Hooves.
Dr. Hooves. And they
Hooves.
just keep introducing
So
them. Trixie, who's like the great and powerful Trixie. She's always talking in third person, and she's a magician. So you will find somebody to relate to. And honestly, what it means to me is, I work such crazy hours. I have deadlines, and you know how it is with our fandoms. They help us out.
Yeah.
And I just watch an episode and I can relate to it. There was one episode called Too Many Pinkie Pies. I don't know if any of you guys have seen it, but I highly recommend it. She wants to be everywhere. And I feel like that's something as an editor that I go through when I get invited to all these parties and I have to represent my magazine. I'm like, oh, I want to be everywhere. I want to be representing. And she just clones herself to try to be everywhere. And at the end of the episode, she realizes I don't have to.
Right.
So there's a lot of lessons in the episodes that it's just not for little girls. It's for everybody.
Yeah, and that's what I love about this series, because everybody can relate to the lessons being learned, and it's heartfelt, and it's I like to see that nowadays in TV, where you don't see a lot of that stuff.
Yeah.
You don't. And another one of the great, amazing ponies is Fluttershy. She is the sweetest. And if you love animals, you're going to love Fluttershy, because she lives in a little home with all her pets and all her little animals.
And she's very shy.
She's very shy.
But she opens up to all the animals.
Exactly. So I feel like with My Little Pony, you can honestly relate to it no matter your age, your background.
Gender.
And that's why it's gotten
matter.
so big. There's even a big convention for bronies, and
which was covered in the documentary.
Yes.
Which I don't know if you guys have seen it,
I did.
Bronies is a really, really great documentary. I have to say, at first, I was a little weirded out by Bronies.
Yes.
When I was informed that this group of people existed, it was a little weird. I was like, what? Guys, grown men that like My Little Pony? Okay.
Well, it's funny because it was actually my husband who started watching the documentary, and then I was like, Melly, we have to watch it. Let's try it.
Yeah.
And we did.
And it's fascinating.
And we loved it. And we felt
really
such sympathy for all the boys. And
Yeah.
society really needs to break up these gender roles, because it doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't at all. It really doesn't.
It doesn't matter, and you guys are so right. It recently happened too with the McDonald's kids meals. I don't know if you guys heard what happened. That now you can't ask for a girl or a boy toy. You just go, do you want this toy or do you want that other toy?
Right, exactly.
Because the boys want the ponies.
And that's how it should be.
And that's how it should
okay.
be. And what if the girls want the action figure? Like,
Right.
Of course.
I mean,
just go for it.
Yeah, I work with kids, and sometimes, parents get a little hell-bent on them playing with certain toys. Like, oh, he shouldn't be playing with dolls, or she shouldn't be playing with action figures. And I always try to tell them a toy is a toy.
Absolutely.
Kids don't know, oh, this is a girl toy. They don't differentiate between them. They shouldn't have to. Like, whatever they like, that's okay. They're not hurting anybody. These poor boys that like My Little Pony, they're not causing a ruckus.
They're not hurting anyone.
It's making them happy, and it's helping them through their life. It's crazy, some of the stories in that documentary of what these guys have been able to get over with the help of My Little Pony, and you would never guess. But after watching a couple episodes, I can understand. Yeah. I mean, every pony represents a different personality type with different strengths and different weaknesses, and they go through different dilemmas. And then, like Aurora said, at the end, there's some resolve or some lesson learned that anybody can relate to, and not just kids.
Under 30 minutes, which is great.
Yeah, it wraps it up into a pretty box for you.
It makes you feel better after watching it.
It makes you feel better.
I always want to go vacation at Equestria after watching
it. Why can't it be real?
We should.
Let's make our own Equestria.
We should. I agree.
I want to go to Manhattan.
Yes. I know, so cute.
Try that.
They're adorable. I used to have like a major obsession when I was growing up with them, with the first generation. My grandfather, it's a very fond memory. My grandfather would buy me a My Little Pony every day.
Aww.
So I would line them all up and just admire them. Like, half of the time I wouldn't even play with them. I would just watch them and feel at peace. It was the strangest thing, but the cutest thing.
But that's kind of like what the show does for you now. Like, you watch it, and then afterwards it's like, oh, everything melted. I feel perkier. I feel better. And,
yeah.
Like, they're still good in life. Like, they're still good in this world.
And honestly, not everything has to be super serious.
Right.
You can watch My Little Pony as a grown woman and still appreciate it.
And then watch Hannibal. It's fine.
Exactly.
Like, you can have balance.
Exactly.
I agree.
But it's definitely worth watching. For those people that think it's just a little girl show, watch it and give it a shot, because it will actually surprise you. And the animation is great
too. Yes, it is. It's very pretty.
Yeah, and Bronies is a really great documentary to catch up on.
I highly recommend Bronies.
If you don't understand the phenomenon, it's Bronies will help you come to terms with it and really see what these adolescent boys are going through, and it's heartbreaking. And it makes you understand, and at the end you kind of like want to battle for them.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and it's the community is all about love and acceptance, which who doesn't want that in their life? Like, I thought it was really, really sweet. Like, all they want is to be accepted.
Yeah, there'd be a lot less shit going on in the world if everybody would just took a book out of My Little Pony.
Seriously.
A page out of their book.
Seriously.
I agree.
Yeah.
That's the mantra.
Do it, people. So, yeah. My Little Pony, consensus. We love it. Watch it. It is fangirl approved.
Yep. Thumbs up.
Yeah. Another show that's taken a little twist lately is Once Upon a Time. Aurora, I'm not sure if you watch Once Upon a Time. But
Hubby's a big fan.
Yeah?
So I have watched some episodes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to take the hater route on this one.
Oh, no, because I was too.
We'll see what we both hate.
Yeah.
I've seen only a couple of episodes, but
hate along with us.
I'll hate along.
I love the series. I love all the introduction to all our fairy tales, and I love the twists that they do. But I hate Emma. I can't stand her. I've never been able to stand her from the beginning, but this season I just want to smack her. And I love Regina, which I didn't used to, but I'm over the whole Emma being the savior thing, and she just, ugh.
I'm over the Charmings. Like, Prince Charming
So,
and
did they get
Snow.
married in real life?
Yeah, they did.
Okay.
They had like a hidden.
So sickeningly sweet.
Yeah, they had a hidden ceremony, and she's actually pregnant with his child.
Oh,
so,
that
yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah.
No wonder.
Yeah, they had to bring it into the show because she's big.
Yes.
She can't hide it.
I was wondering, is it really just TV?
No.
Or is she pregnant in real life?
No, that is a real. That's a real belly, and that's probably why they're so sickeningly sweet, and that's where it's gotten to for me. I'm like, I'm over this.
I'm
this
over
is just
that.
no.
I'm over Emma.
Yeah,
I hate that Henry is like nowhere to be seen in the season. It's like, go with these people, and I love Henry. He's like one of the reasons I watch it because I relate to him. And
they have like a new, not a new theme, but they took a new storyline this season. Last season it was Neverland. I may be in the minority here, but I liked the Neverland.
Oh, I hated that
storyline.
too.
Yeah,
I'm just a hater all around.
People really hated the Neverland storyline, but I love I love Neverland. I love Captain Hook, and I love Peter Pan, and that whole story. Like growing up, I really loved Peter Pan, but I don't know. I guess people thought that it dragged on for too long.
I agree. That's why.
Yeah, but I enjoyed it much more than this. Now there's a missing year. They've been cursed again. They don't remember a year of their lives. And there's these two concurrent timelines that are intersplicing, and I can't tell them apart. Maybe I'm just an idiot, but I can't tell it apart. And it's really annoying.
I can tell it apart. It's just that I feel they're not giving us enough of what's happening in that year that was missing. They're focusing a lot on what's going on now. Right. And this whole Oz theme, I hate Oz. I know a lot of people love the Wizard of Oz and all of that, and they loved the movie with James Franco and Mila, and they love watching Wicked and all that. I hate the entire thing.
Me too.
I was not a fan.
Not so I agree. Don't like any of it.
Yeah, not interested in the storyline. Although I do really like that it's more Lost alums coming in, but I forgot the name of the actress, but she's the one that plays the Wicked Witch. She was from Lost, the redhead.
Oh yeah, she was. You know, I'm not very good at remembering like when they're in other shows. Oh yeah. But now you just triggered the memory. That's right, she was in it.
So that's great.
I didn't like her on Lost either.
Yeah, she was a bitch there too. But I do like that they're expanding on Emma's powers though, because they hinted at it and then they just never mentioned it.
That's why I don't like her. It's like, get on with it already. Yeah. Stop being oppositional to it. It's magic. Who wouldn't want that power?
Yeah, seriously.
Just want to smack her a little bit. That's all.
Yeah. And there was one quote especially that I enjoyed that the Wicked Witch said that was envy is just another word for ambition. I thought that was a really, really great.
That's a cool quote.
Great
She
quote.
has pretty good liners.
She does.
I cannot lie. She does have pretty good liners.
She does.
It's just...
Yeah. I think the series is dragging.
It happens so much with so many good series. Like you always wonder why can't they just end it on a high note?
Yeah, I think they also just took on the whole Charmings too much, and they didn't expand. Like I wanted more Milan. Aurora is my favorite princess.
She's terrible,
and they casted the worst actress possible. She's terrible,
and
Philip,
she sucks.
I'm okay with
as
Philip,
a
but
character, she
sucks.
my
God, she's terrible.
She's a
and
tattletale.
They haven't given much time to them, but I'm okay with it because I don't like her, and I was really bummed out of that because. That's my favorite Disney
princess.
Yes,
Ariel's my favorite, and they did her justice.
They're doing decent,
but again, she like pops up every now and then, and it's kind of lame.
It's too much concentration on Snow White and Charming, And I get it because Emma's their daughter and everything, but I liked it back in the first season where each episode was more about a particular fairy tale character.
Yeah.
And they tied into the rest of the season, but I liked those standalones, and I feel like they need to do that more than just like all of Peter Pan and all of Oz like they're doing now. Yeah,
that's true. I liked it better then too, but the show as a whole was better then. So I don't know what did it exactly. Was it because they focused on one character, or is it because the writing was better? You know?
Yeah.
I think it's not going to last much longer. Is that a terrible thing to say?
No,
it's realistic.
I feel obligated now. I watch it out of obligation, and I'm cool if it just has one more season to wrap up and we're done.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then their spin-off of Wonderland.
Ooh, that got canceled.
I watched 3 episodes and I was like, oh, I can't do it.
That was quickly canceled. Yeah.
It was bad.
I heard it was bad and that the CG was bad.
It was also bad.
It was just, everything was bad.
Yeah.
Poor Once Upon a Time in Wonderland.
Sorry, not happening.
Hater, but just thumbs down.
And I do love Wonderland, so that's disappointing. I didn't even watch it though because it looked bad from just the trailers.
You didn't
miss much.
Yeah, that's good.
Well, something that seems like it's going to be a whole lot better is Fargo. On FX, right?
I loved it. Yes. I think I've only watched, I think there's only been 2 episodes. It premiered April 15th. And it's really dark comedy. It's hilarious, but you have to like that kind of comedy. It's not like Modern Family kind of, funny. It's the darker humor, and it's twisted, and it's just hilarious. I don't remember the original movie. I know I saw it as a kid, like on reruns, but I don't remember it very well. I do know that it has its different twists because the chief was a female that was pregnant in the movies, and that's not going on here. But it's a similar premise as to there's a person that comes into the city, causes some mischief, which is Billy Bob Thornton, and he really steals the show. He's hilarious. I love him. He's so just dead on mischievous and bad. It's hilarious. I really recommend it if you guys haven't watched it.
Okay.
Catch up.
I should. That sounds funny. Good. I do like that type of comedy. Yeah. So.
And our boy Martin.
Yay.
Martin Freeman. He is this mousy little character who finds his inner Hulk, and it is awesome. So it's just hilarious. You guys gotta watch it. He
plays
really
that
good.
character very well.
Yeah, and they kept it kind of like the same style of scenery, like the same look as the movie. So it kind of like every time I watch it, I'm like, oh, I kind of remember like the little glimpses. It's really entertaining.
I have to put it on the DVR list, the ever-growing and expanding DVR list.
It was good, and the acting's really good.
Okay.
So it won't disappoint.
Awesome. Sounds good. How about Warehouse 13?
It's gonna end. My heart breaks.
Like for good? This is it?
For good. This season's only like 6 episodes. It's gonna finish in May. It's been out for a couple seasons, like 5 or 6 seasons. I actually caught it late. I got introduced with Eureka. They did a crossover episode, and then I caught up on Netflix. Good old Netflix. What would I do without it?
Our hero.
I binged like for a month. I caught up with everything, maybe less. And I watched it live, and then it was really heartbreaking because they give us a couple episodes and then be a huge, long hiatus. And now it's back, but it's going to wrap up. It's going to end. It's a really cool crossover, like between the X-Files and Raiders of the Lost Ark. Okay, at the end of the Raiders of the Lost Ark, let me explain this better. Where you have that warehouse where they are hammering the box, and you go through and they're putting all those boxes away, and you can kind of tell that it's supernatural stuff. Well, these are the kind of like the keepers of that warehouse. So you have your leader, Artie, who has been there the longest, is the most knowledgeable. You have your 2 partners, like Mulder and Scully, Micah and Pete. And they, it's really comical. It's kind of like Eureka, where they had like the serious stuff, but with a funny twist.
Yeah, kind of campy.
And then you have your genius, Claudia, which is the one that you saw on Eureka.
Okay.
Yeah, your little hacker genius. And then they, every episode they have to find these artifacts, these supernatural artifacts. They bag them and tag them, store them in the warehouse. And then there's always like, an arc on each season or something bigger overall. And I guess they've wrapped everything up. I don't really have that many questions. They've had really good guest stars. But I'm just
Did it
sad.
get canceled or it just ended?
I think the ratings weren't that great, and it just needed to Oh. It's very sad.
That sucks.
Because I love it.
Sci-fi shows don't tend to last that long.
No.
I don't think people watch them enough, and they're quality stuff half the
They
time.
need to be recognized. Like, I really think shows like The Walking Dead deserve awards. I don't think they're recognized enough in mainstream media, like on the Emmys or the Golden Globes, and like you're looking at shows that have major acting skills. Like there's major writing and acting and really good work is being done on them, but because they're in the sci-fi genre, they're not being recognized.
Yeah, it's too bad. It sucks. Look at all the years that Lord of the Rings didn't win anything in the Oscars. They finally did at the end.
But it took them forever.
It took them forever. Yes. And they deserved way more than just that one award. So
absolutely.
I know they got, I think they got some for special effects. Don't quote me on that. But like a big,
I don't remember.
Yeah, a big award they didn't get until the last film. Not fair.
Like that should have won direction. That should have won all kinds of stuff. But
visual effects for sure.
Oh my God.
But yeah, too many shows. I feel like we're in the golden age of TV right now, where there's so many good things
so much to
watch,
and it's so hard to find the time, which is why I'm usually on Netflix.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
that's my friend.
Yeah, and speaking of Netflix, that was a great segue. A lot of shows are going to go on hiatus now. So that means it's time for the Netflix binge.
Yes.
Nice.
Now's the time.
Like coming home straight from work and forgetting about everything and watching something for like 3 or 4 hours.
Yeah. Or more.
Sounds good.
Especially on the weekend.
Who needs to make dinner for their husband? Whatever.
Who needs to eat, period?
Yeah.
Just pour some wine and catch up.
And Netflix it. Yeah, I agree.
So I wanted to ask you girls, what would be on your Netflix binge list coming up soon?
You want to go first, Aurora?
Hopefully, is Game of Thrones on Netflix?
No. It would be on HBO Go, but you need a HBO account.
I mean, I don't know if it would be my type of show, really, but
so good.
I've never,
I think it would be. I think it's everyone's kind of show.
I've never seen it. And I know this is probably crazy, but I've never sat down and watched an episode.
You need
to.
Just be prepared for a lot of pony slaughtering.
And I'm going to probably
cry. Yourself up for it because I have major issues with that.
I definitely need to put that on my list. I know it's not on Netflix, and maybe I'm kind of like getting away from the subject.
No,
but
that's fine.
It is one of the shows that a lot of my friends have gone to me and said, you need to find the time.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So that's on my list of shows that I need to catch up on.
Sounds good. Do it. We will feed that. For me, I think number 1 is probably going to be House of Cards because it's Fincher. So it's kind of a crime that I haven't started watching it because he's my favorite.
I've heard great things about that
I'm
as well.
halfway through the first season.
Okay.
And it starts off slow, but stick to it because Kevin Spacey, I don't like him. And then
I love him.
I love him in this. I'm like, oh, I really like this guy now because it's like the male version of Scandal.
I was going to say, I don't even know what it's about.
If you like politics, it's all about politics. If you like the high speed and the drama and the like all the scandals pretty much and all the backstabbing and all the stuff that goes on with politics, it's really good and he's really smart. He's a very intelligent character.
Okay, great.
And I really like it. It's really good.
Okay, that's definitely up there along with Orange is the New Black.
Yes, that would be great.
I haven't seen it. Everyone says it's a crime against humanity that I haven't seen.
I hear that a lot too. They're like, crime against humanity. You haven't seen that show.
Well, I have mixed feelings about that because it was so overhyped, and I guess I'm oppositional about when people overhype
when
things.
They're overhyping. Yeah,
I watched the entire first season when it came out, and it was one of those that was a little slow for me too. But once you're like midway, you're like, oh, this is good, and it's a good introduction to like what I assume is the female corrections,
environment.
World. Yeah, and some of the stuff is really disgusting, and it's really interesting to see what goes on if they're being realistic. I don't know, but it's a good one. You should.
And it's a quick one, right? Only 2 seasons? Not even.
Well, the second season hasn't started yet.
Okay, so just one season. So that's a quick.
Yeah.
You have a time to catch up.
And House of Cards is also another quick one, right?
Well, I think they already released second season, so you have to catch up with both. But the best thing is that Netflix is releasing these all in one go.
One season,
so you can watch it once a week, once a day, or just straight through 48 hours.
It's a challenge. Accept it.
So.
And then my 2 BBC binges for the upcoming months are Orphan Black, which I've heard so many good things about. Like, basically, it's revolutionary. So I can't wait. And Luther, which I've heard a lot of good things about. Cop drama.
Luther's on my list too.
Yeah.
And Orphan Black won't disappoint. I was hooked on it episode 1. It's good.
It looks
up
good.
our alley. It's sci-fi-ish. It's like clones. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna spoil it for you.
Yeah, I know.
I wasn't sure if you knew. So yes, it's a little sci-fi-ish. So I really like it. It reminds me of an X-Files episode, Eve. That was the name of the episode. Oh my god, I'm such an X-File nerd to know the name of the episode.
I do it
Nothing
with
wrong
Lost.
with the X-Files was amazing.
And it was one that featured clones, and it was really cool, and that's what it reminded me of, except that she's way more badasser. You know, if that's a word, but she is a badass, and I love it. And the actress is amazing because she portrays different clones, and you see that they're different people, and it's her, and she's really good.
That's
they
crazy.
Nailed it with their actress.
Then she needs to win
Very
something,
good
because that's
cast.
not an easy thing to do.
No, I doubt, because again, it's sci-fi, so they don't get recognized so much. Maybe
Terrible.
BBC, maybe
They do.
they're more open.
Well, no,
to,
the BBC don't have their own awards, but British TV and entertainment in general do. The BAFTAs.
Maybe they're a little bit more open-minded.
Yeah.
To sci-fi.
Yeah. What else is on your list?
Well, Luther, like you said, Homeland. I've heard really good things about Homeland.
I haven't
And
seen that.
I have not seen Homeland.
I love Claire Danes. She's my girl from So-Called Life. So
I know,
I feel like I haven't supported
We all love
her.
Love her
So I feel bad for not having watched it already.
It's okay. You supported her husband. You support her husband with Hannibal, so it's all good.
See a little bit. But I'm really excited to start that one. I know it's really intense. I'm super behind. I got spoiled because I saw that Jennifer Lawrence spoiler alert. So
I got spoiled too with
I
that.
kind of know who dies.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. So that'll be one less surprise.
yeah.
But supposedly it's amazing.
And then the last one, and I have to double check to see if it's on Netflix, and I hope it is Clone Wars, the series, because I watched the movie a long time ago, in 2008, I think. But I never caught up with the actual, I might be wrong about the 2008, but I never caught up with the series. So I've heard really great things about it. I know the CGI is really well done. And who doesn't love Star Wars? So I need to catch up on that. I hope it's on Netflix. I have to double check.
Awesome. Yeah. I would really like to watch Clone Wars too, especially with Rebels coming up. So
We'll do a bestie date.
yes, that sounds good. Star Wars binge day. So hopefully we'll have some more shows to share with you all once we go on all these fun binges in the next few months. But moving on to some movies. It's kind of been a barren time for movies after Captain America and stuff. May is going to be huge.
Oh, it'll make up for it.
We're filming this a little bit early. This will be coming out in May. So by the time this hits you guys, we'll have a bunch of reviews coming up for all the movies that are going to be blasting through May. I think there's like
May's
5.
going to be amazing.
Yeah, there's 5 good ones.
We'll do some mini reviews, and we'll let you know what we think.
Yeah, but for now, Frozen was just released on DVD from Disney. I don't watch a whole lot of Disney movies anymore because I was kind of disillusioned with them. I like Tangled. I thought that was a cute movie.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah.
Not that much singing in it.
Not
I
that
liked
much.
it.
But Elsie hates musicals. Of course, to me, the singing is a good thing. So
That was my only, and I'm going to be a hater again. My only complaint about Frozen, it was so much singing, and I know it's for a smaller, a younger aged audience, but I love the overall story, and I thought it was really cute, but I couldn't with the singing.
But it's a return to vintage Disney, I felt like. Like every
The
5 seconds,
songs
the song.
are stuck in my head right now as
Yeah.
we're talking.
I woke up
It's-
this morning
yeah.
singing Love is an Open
God.
Door.
Well, I'm like, I want to stab my ears out. Like, stop.
And
No.
come on, let it go. Sorry. I just said that and I know you're thinking about the song.
Yep. I felt like going boom, boom.
Yeah.
No, I loved all the songs. They were very, very good. And the message in the movie, I think,
thought
was
that
the
was great.
biggest thing to take away from it. Like, it was revolutionary for Disney
Yes.
to not have the man save the
Right.
day or have the princess of the movie or whoever it may be pining after this boy and wanting to be saved by him.
Yeah, I like that she stops him and punches the other guy.
Yeah,
Her own,
That was awesome.
No, I don't need you to defend my honor. I can
Right.
do it myself.
exactly.
And that's the best message we could send out to little girls right now.
Along with the whole act of true love was not a kiss from a prince, but it was her saving her sister.
Yeah.
So true love can be
Sisterly
family,
bond.
you know?
Absolutely.
So, and I really liked that message because you never ever see that in Disney movies.
No, it's usually the Prince Charming,
Right.
the princess,
Right.
and this was just it was still in theaters, I think, a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
People are still going to theaters to watch Frozen.
Yeah.
It's broken so many records, and maybe this is a sign for Disney that they need to really consider to have these type of storylines where
Right.
it's not the conventional storyline.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like Brave. I really liked that
I
storyline
didn't see
too.
it.
Brave
I really
is
wanted
great.
to
Too.
see
It's such a
it.
great scene.
Brave
one
is
didn't have that much
fantastic.
singing. I loved it. And it was a really strong female character, and she goes through some, you know, she makes mistakes, and then she learns, and she saves herself. She doesn't need, and it's also about family. It's big on
So
the
I've
family
heard,
aspect,
yeah.
and the parents aren't dead. Like the whole, like they didn't kill off any parents.
Well,
Like,
that's
Frozen.
good.
As soon as it happens, I'm like, yep, there goes
Of course.
Disney.
There's
Of
the
course.
Disney bombshell. Can never go a movie without somebody
Yeah.
dying.
But I like the sisterly bond. And then I started thinking about me and my sister, and it was cute. I liked it. I was like, which one would I be, the younger or the older? You know?
Yeah, no, I definitely related being a little sister. So
Yeah, it was cute.
it was very cute. And I especially liked the fact that it was her sisterly love that saved her.
Exactly.
And that the prince, the main prince guy, was not the one.
Right.
It was the little goofy guy that cared
Princes
about.
aren't always the best.
No,
you know.
they're not.
No.
Too much
You can
power
find true love
and money.
elsewhere as well.
Exactly.
Goes to your head. Learn it, girls, okay? Don't marry rich. Unless he's awesome.
Right.
And then definitely marry him. But doesn't always tend to be the reality of things. Go for someone who loves you, not who's powerful and rich.
Yes. Agreed.
But if he loves you and he's rich.
That's what I'm saying. Then go for it. And also another message was that it's okay to be different. Because
Yes.
Elsa was different and she got
Absolutely.
banished and they didn't want anything to do with her.
Yeah.
And then she realizes
She
with
could
Let
be
It Go.
free.
She let it go.
She let it go and she could be free and safe to be who she wanted to be. And I think that's also a really good message for little girls.
And she broke out into song about that.
She sure did, much to
Yes.
Elsie's
It will
chagrin.
forever be embedded in my brain, that
Oh my
song.
God.
Every day.
Yeah. And Dina Menzel, you
But
rock.
I enjoyed
She's awesome.
the message. It was a good message. And I love Elsa because that's my mom's name. So it was really cute.
Aw.
Yeah. But it's a great girl story. And I'm happy with Disney actually going in that route.
Yeah. It
Need
took
to
a
do
lot
it
of
more.
balls. Keep growing them.
And look at how successful it was.
Yeah. People want it, obviously. That's what this is shown. Like people
People have watched it in the theaters and then they've bought it. Like it's already out on DVD and
Yeah.
Blu-ray, and people are buying it like crazy,
Yeah.
even though they've seen it. And I'm sure, like, I'm okay if my child decides to watch this one 50 times. I'll just wear
headphones.
or something.
Oh,
Yeah,
but that won't
that's
stop
good.
it. Then they'll be chasing after you, singing the
Singing.
songs.
Yes.
In terrible baby high pitched voices.
That would be my curse.
And you know none of us can sing, so it's gonna be bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, Frozen was amazing. Disney, keep doing what you're doing because you're doing it right. And finally, we wanted to go over some news. There's been a few fun tidbits coming up over the past couple weeks. First is 24 starts in May.
Fangirl squeal for sure.
Yeah. We are super excited. Me and Elsie are big 24 fangirls.
Jack Bauer for president.
Did you watch 24?
I have watched it. That's going to
Yeah.
be pretty fun.
Yeah.
That's going to be a good one.
It's set in London. Double squee.
When did May?
How much
when does
better
it start?
can this get?
I think it's May 5th.
May, that's coming
Cinco
up.
de Mayo.
Cinco
It's
de
Cinco de
Mayo.
Bayer.
Celebrate with some margaritas.
Bauer.
Margaritas.
I tried to make it work and it didn't work.
That's awesome.
Margaritas
Margaritas and tacos in front of the TV.
Yeah, with Jack.
And Jack Bauer.
With
Yes.
Jack and Chloe. Don't forget Chloe.
I'm a Chloe hater too. I know. I'm just all full of
No.
haterade today.
No, Chloe's
Oh my
great.
god.
Chloe's great, and now she looks like all badass, and she's got like a fun hairdo.
I'll keep my mind open for Chloe.
Do it. True Blood is also starting. They just teased the
I'm
last.
full of haterade.
Yeah.
This is it.
Yeah.
This is all haterade today.
No, I have haterade for this as well.
Yeah.
I'm so happy.
I'm
you know
not
what?
big on it.
I'm happy that it's over.
Yeah.
Is this it?
This
done?
is it.
Good. Okay.
So
I mean, I
there,
don't mean
it's
to
positive.
be.
No.
It's finishing.
I'm
Smile.
joining the haterade on that one.
No. It's run its course badly, and it needs to go. I mean, it's sad because this was one of our favorites.
It was. We would do premiere parties.
Big
we
premiere
were excited about it.
Yeah.
And I was excited about reading the books, but then they failed at the end too. Like, the whole series, book, TV, it just... it went down.
Ugly taste in my mouth. I didn't even care for the teaser. It doesn't show much. It just shows like what a hot mess Von Tomps is.
Eric. And that's it. See what's going on with him.
Yeah.
And that's all I care about.
And remember, it ended with him supposedly dying.
Burning.
Yeah.
So I know that Pam's going to save him because...
if they got rid of Eric...
the Viking god. Like, hello. And then you lose all your female audience right there.
Between him and Elsie, they can't kill either one of them until the show's over.
Yes.
So, and then, like, what I saw from the teaser is they're, like, trapped in the city and
there's all sorts
of zombies. I don't know what's going on.
Well, they ended it with the zombies, too, and I was like, oh, no. Nope.
No.
And I can tell you for sure that's not in the book series. They've gone so far away from it.
I was pretty sure that wasn't canon.
And the book series didn't end. Like, the last 2 books were just terrible.
Yeah.
So I'm over Sookie Stackhouse.
Join the club. Yeah, not fun. Apparently, A Casual Vacancy, J.K. Rowling's book, is going to be made into a HBO miniseries.
I heard.
Yeah, I mean, the book didn't go down well.
I didn't finish it. Is that terrible?
No,
I didn't even get it. And I love Harry Potter. I mean, she's great, but
Did you read her other book? The Cuckoo's Calling?
No, I love her as an author, but I did hear negative things about this one from a lot of fans.
Yeah, it was really bad. That's all I've heard.
So
the book is bad.
This is the one case where the TV show
will be better.
Better than the book.
Yeah?
Yes.
Who knows? One extreme. That's it.
Either way, it's a mini-series, so if it's bad, it's short-lived.
Yeah.
It's a quick moment.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But it's interesting that they picked up A Casual Vacancy and they didn't pick up A Cuckoo's Calling. Probably because those are going to be made into movies, I've heard. That's the rumor.
I really need to get on reading that.
That's the rumor. And there's going to be a sequel to The Cuckoo's Calling, which made me extremely, extremely excited because I wanted one. And I didn't think it would happen. But they've already... That's a solid fact.
Awesome.
It's going to be a sequel. And something else interesting that's going to be made into a movie is Goonies 2.
I saw that
too.
I was so excited.
Spielberg at the Realm, apparently.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I think that we may have a good movie on our hands.
I hope so, because, you can hit or miss with the sequel, especially so late in the game.
Yeah. It's going to be the same actors.
Oh my god,
they're going to be
better.
as adults. Okay. So I don't really know what the plot line is going to be, but it's the same guys.
Like, I had just read
great.
The headline, probably on Nerdist or on Laughing Squid or something, and I had seen the headline that they were making it, so I was excited about that, but I didn't know the premise. So adults, that's great.
Yep, adults, same guys, so that's cute.
Yeah.
And I like that they all signed back on.
Good.
Like, it's such a good story, and it's...
Well, have they had much in their careers lately?
Oh.
I mean, no, not being hateful. For once, not being hateful. I just mean this is a good pickup for them.
It's good.
It's
good for them.
It's good. I'm
spin it, Elsie.
It's positive and it's good.
And finally, something that I read that I thought was really, really interesting and great is that apparently women aged 17 to 33 are the fastest growing demographic for comic sales.
Still fall under that range.
Yeah. That's awesome.
We are at 20%.
I read comics.
Yeah, we're 20% of new customers in 2013.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good thing.
I'm doing Walking Dead right now.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
How are those?
Really good.
Yeah?
It's just that, I guess with the last season, I needed to know, and it's my problem that I need to know what happens. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do the comics so I know what happened.
This is
That's
so
great.
bad. This is a whole new
I'm
level.
So terrible at the spoiler
level
thing. This is worse
spoilers.
than, like, reading Game of Thrones Wikipedia just so I know what's going on, what's going to happen.
By the way, Elsie already ruined a huge spoiler for me about Game of Thrones. I can't even with her right now.
And I need to start that series. This needs to happen.
And I ruined Hannibal for you too.
And she ruined Hannibal.
Yeah, that was totally accidental.
But that wouldn't hurt less than Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones, that hurt.
I'm sorry. And that one, I just have no
excuse.
Let's
just drop that.
No excuse. I can't help it. I like to know everything, and I search, and then I want to share.
Well, As far as comics, I'm a new reader to comics. Kind of, sorta. Like, I don't follow them constantly, but I have read some Batman comics, like The Last Halloween. I read Danger Girl, Scott Pilgrim, and there's a few more. I feel really bad.
I used to get Buffy the Vampire Slayer comic. Yes, and I still do. Like, if I see a Buffy comic or an Angel comic, I will pick it up.
And I did My Little Pony too.
I also get My Little Pony.
Yeah,
I can't dish about Buffy with Melly. She doesn't. She never
I
watched it. She doesn't
watched
like
every single season.
We can do
yes.
Look, it's just it's hard watching a show from the 90s now, like when you've never never seen it.
Yes.
So because for you guys, you have that whole.
I grew up with it. That was my show.
I watched The Neverending Story at like 20, and I was like, why does everybody think this is the best thing ever? And I couldn't get it, and everybody around me was like, oh my god, that's my childhood. That was so great. And
it's because it is. You know, when you grow up with
it,
it's nostalgic.
Yeah, like I feel warm and fuzzy when I watch The Neverending Story.
That's what happens
and you guys, I'm
with
sure
Buffy.
Feel the same with Buffy.
Go. I love her.
My total adolescence, right there.
And I mean, it's tough. Just like My So-Called Life, I freaking love My So-Called Life. I'll watch My So-Called Life every day. I love that show. Still be super happy. But for someone who's never seen it, maybe it would still be I guess because
you could still relate.
Yeah, that was a drama, but like with Buffy, it was campy and 90s camp.
I loved it.
And I was like, I can't do this.
It's very 90s camp.
Yeah.
And I love it.
I was like, I can't do this right now, but I know eventually. But it's a long haul. I mean, how many seasons?
It's about 7. Yes, it's a long haul.
It's a long haul to feel 90s awkward.
And then it kind of like also just. It kind of, for me, I don't know, Aurora, if you totally love it all through the seasons, but when Dawn came in and Angel left, and I was just like, again,
it changed.
Obligation
to watch, yes.
My heart left with Angel.
My heart left with Angel too. I watched the whole thing.
I never recovered.
But when Angel left and then the Angel spin-off started, I was like, why? Stay with Buffy. Stay in the show.
I never recovered.
Seriously, why did they start a spin-off when he could have just stayed on the original?
He could have just.
What's the deal? I guess to make double the money, right?
I guess.
Double the money.
Yeah.
And it's so great that you bring up the whole comic book thing because next Saturday is free comic book day.
Yes. May 3rd. Which again, this will be out afterwards. So hopefully we'll have a fun video for you guys to watch from our local comic book store.
Maybe everybody can tell you what type of comic they picked up.
Yes. That sounds great.
Because that's always a good holiday.
We'll definitely do our first interviews with people and go to our local comic book store at Tate's in Fort Lauderdale. So really, really, really looking forward to that. It's going to be fun. Probably a hectic mess, but totally worth it.
Tate's is great, and they have so much fun.
I love Tate's.
It's just
I'm a signature at Tate's. I go there so much.
Yeah, it's overwhelming and so much fun. Like you're free to wave your geek and freak flag there.
They're really cool. Aurora, we did our engagement photo shoot there, and they were so cool about us going.
God, I go there and I always take pictures with stuff, and they don't care. Like they have like these big figures there, and I just take pictures. The Iron Man.
They're really.
They just know what they're going for.
Yeah.
I buy my vinyls there. I buy like everything.
Yeah,
it's great.
They're very sweet people, so we can't wait to possibly get some sound bites from them to share with you guys. But overall, any other news that you girls want to share that you've heard?
Arkham Knight is coming out. Really amazing video game, and I'm definitely going to review that as soon as it comes out. I think it's coming out in the fall, probably October.
And in pony news, there's a spin-off called Equestria Girls, which, the ponies are pretty much in school, and they look like girls. And the first movie was actually really cool. I know people were like, what's going on?
I saw that. I didn't see it, but I saw like trailers or something for it.
Yes.
And
it looked creepy, but once you watch the movie, it's good. But there's going to be another one coming out called Rainbow Rocks.
Why did it look creepy?
Because they're girls.
They're actually girls.
They're
not ponies become girls. Yes. And there's a lot of mixed feelings about Equestria Girls, but
still animated, but
still animated.
Upright. Like centaurs?
They're upright. They have outfits. It's give it a shot. I know it's a little interesting, but the next one is centered on Rainbow Dash.
Oh yeah.
So yes, that's coming out, I believe, in the fall.
Okay. Cool. Anything else, girls?
No. I'm good.
Good.
Just waiting to see our shows end, and then we'll review how everything.
Ooh, that'll be
wraps
fun.
up.
Our show wrap up.
Yep.
We definitely have to do something for our favorites. Giving our opinion of the season finales.
And then everything will go on hiatus, but new stuff is popping up. Like Fargo just started, 24 will start.
Yeah,
so
we'll have a new cycle.
Be busy.
Yeah, definitely a new cycle.
And again, thank you so much for having me. This
Thank
was
you
a
for
lot
coming.
of
Of
fun.
Having you over.
Please, we look forward to having more guests just like you to share things with us and to make fun cocktails and to generally have fun.
Thank you.
No problem.
Thank you.
All right, guys, remember to follow us on social media everywhere. Okay, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Instagram, add us on Twitter, and become
Facebook.
a fan on Facebook. Again, everything's going to be down below, all the links to follow us. We're extremely active, and we want you guys to join in on our conversations. All right, so see you soon. Take care.
Bye.
Bye. Mwah.
Bye.